Hello, children. This is Grandma Carla, and today I have my grandson Michael with me. Hello, Michael. Hey. How are you doing today?
Good.
How old are you, Michael?
9.
9. And what are you studying in school?
A lot.
A lot. What are you learning in history?
Nothing.
What are you learning in Bible?
I study my own Bible. I have to study one specific thing every week.
One specific thing every week. And what are you learning in science?
Nothing.
What are you learning in math?
Nothing. Why am I not doing anything in math this week? Nor science, nor history,
Oh my
nor
goodness.
spelling, nor handwriting, nor language. Nothing.
And why is that? Is that because it's hunting season?
No.
Are we just going to give up school at the age of 9 or what?
I hope so.
What are you going to be when you grow up, Michael?
Something.
Something. You're going to study nothing and then you're going to be something. Tell me how that works for you.
Good.
All right, what are you going to read to us today, Michael?
Stuart Little.
Stuart Little. And which chapter are we going to read?
An Evening on the River, Chapter 14.
An Evening on the River, Chapter 14. Okay, you may begin.
When Stuart arrived at his campsite by the river, he was tired and hot. He put his canoe in the water and was sorry to see it look bad. The bird's bark at the stem was held together by a lacing, and the water came through the seam. In very few seconds it was half full of water. Darn it, said Stuart, I've been swindled. He paid 75 cents for the genuine Indian bird's bark canoe, and only to find that it leaked. Darn, 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 he muttered. When he bailed the canoe and hauled it up into the beach for repairs, he knew that he couldn't take Harriet out in a leaking boat. She wouldn't like it. Tired as enough, he climbed the spruce tree and got the spruce gum. He plugged the seam, he stopped the leak. When he plugged the seam and stopped the leak, even so, the canoe turned out to be a cranky little craft. If Stuart had not plenty of experience on water, he would have got into serious trouble with it. It was a tippy boat, even for a souvenir. Stuart carried stones to the beach down to the water's edge and balanced the canoe with stones until he floated evenly and steadily. He went back to rest so that Harriet would be able to lean back and trail her fingers in the water as she whisked. He also made a pillow by tying one of his clean handkerchiefs around some moss. Then he went for a paddle to practice his stroke. He was so angry that he didn't have anything but a paper spoon for a paddle that he decided there was nothing he could do with it. He wondered whether Harriet would notice that his paddle was just an ice cream spoon. All that afternoon, Stuart worked on the canoe, adding, adjusting ballast, filling seams. He had everything in shipshape for the morrow. He could think of nothing else but his date with Harriet. At supper time, he took his axe and felled a dandelion, opened a can of deviled ham, and had a light supper of ham and dandelion milk. After supper, he propped himself against the fern, bit off some spruce gum for a chew, and lay down on the bank dreaming and chewing gum. In his imagination, he went through every detail of tomorrow's trip with Harriet. With his eyes shut, he seemed to see the whole occasion plainly. How she would look when he came down the path to the water, how calm and peaceful the river is going to be at twilight, how graceful the canoe seemed drawn up on the shore. In imagination, he lived every minute of their evening together. They would paddle to a large water lily pad. Upstream, he would invite Harriet to step on the pad and sit for a while. Stuart planned to wear swimming trunks under his clothes so he could dive.
Loudly.
So he could dive off the lily pad into a cool stream. He would swim to the crossroad and all around the lily pad while Harriet watched admiring his ability as a swimmer. Stuart chewed the spruce gum very rapidly as he thought of this part of the episode. Suddenly, Stuart opened his eyes and looked up. He thought of the letter he sent and whether it had ever been delivered. It was unusually small, of course, and might have got unnoticed in the letterbox. Dia filled him with fears and worries. Soon his thoughts returned to the river. He lay there, and pole began to sing on the opposite shore. Darkness spread over the land, and Stuart dropped off to sleep. The next day dawned very cloudy. Stuart got up to the village to have oil changed in his car, so he hid the canoe released tight firmly to his side, went off on his errand, still thinking of Harriet, and wishing it was a nicer day. The sky looked rainy. Stuart returned for the village with a headache, but he hoped it would be better at 5 o'clock. He was rather nervous, as he had never taken a girl canoeing before. He spent the afternoon lying around camp on different shirts to see what looked best on him. Like always whispered, he would soon get a clean shirt when he discovered that it was wet on the arms and nervous perspiration. He would have to change it for a dry one. He put on a clean shirt at 2 o'clock, another at 3 o'clock, and then a quarter past 4. This took up most of the afternoon. At 5 o'clock drew near. Stuart looked more and more nervous. He kept at his watch, glancing at the path, talking to himself and fidgeting. The day turned out chilly, and Stuart was almost sure that he was going to rain. He couldn't imagine what would happen if it should rain. Just as Harry Abe showed up to go canoeing. At last, Harry and Abe showed up at 5 o'clock. Showed up to go canoeing at 5. At last, 5 o'clock arrived. Stuart heard someone coming down the path. It was Harriet. She had accepted an invitation. Stuart threw himself down with a step and tried to strike an easy attitude, as he used custom talking girls out. It waited until Harriet got within a few feet of him. "Hello," he said, trying to use his voice and trembling. "Are you Mr. Little?" asked Harriet. "Yes," said Stuart. "It's nice of you to come." "Well, it was very good for you for asked me," said Harriet. She was wearing a white sneaker, a tweed short wool socks and sneakers. Her hair was tied with a big colored handkerchief. Stuart noticed he carried a box of peppermints in his hand. "Not bad at all. I do it," said Stuart. "I only wish we had better weather. It looks rather sticky, don't you think?" Stuart was trying to make his voice sound as though he had an English accent. Harriet looked at the sky and nodded. "Oh, well," she said, "if it rains, it rains." "Sure," said Stuart, "if it rains, it rains. My canoe is a short distance from the shore. May I help you over the rough places and path?" Stuart was a courageous mouse by nature, but Harriet said she didn't need help. She was an active girl, but not at all inclined to stumble or fall. Stuart led the way there, carrying the canoe. Harriet followed. When they reached the spot, Stuart was horrified to discover the canoe was not there and disappeared. Stuart's heart started to sink. The canoe was not there, racing wildly up the bank, looking everywhere. Harriet joined the search, and after a while, they found the canoe. Someone had been playing with it. A long piece of heavy string was tied to one end. The ballast rocks were gone. The pillow was gone. The back's rest was gone. Spruce gum had come out of the sea. Mud was all over it, and one of the paddles was spinning and twisted. It was just a mess. It looked like birch bark canoe. It looked just the way a birch bark canoe looks like after some big boys are playing with it. Stuart did not know what to do. He saw a triggerberry and said, "Oh gee," he said. "Oh gee whiz. Wasn't your loss, Harriet? Miss Ames," she said, "I assured you had everything beautifully arranged, and now look, Harriet was for fixing the canoe and getting out of the river anyway," but Stuart couldn't stand the idea. "It's no use," he said bitterly. "It wouldn't be the same." "Same as what?" "The same as the one I was going to be. I'm afraid if a woman can't understand these things. Look at that string. It's tied on so tight I can never get off." "Well," said Harriet, "why can't it just hang over in the water till I come along after us?" Stuart looked at Harriet and smiled. "Have you ever seen an Indian paddle along a quiet, unswollen river with a great piece of rope dangling stern? You can pretend we are fishing," said Harriet, who knew something more fussy about boats. I don't wonder until I'm fishing. Let's look at the mud. Look at it. He was screaming now. Harriet looked at the tree beside Stuart. She offered a peppermint, and he shook his head. "Well," she said, "it's starting to rain. I guess I better be running along if you're not taking a paddle in your canoe. I don't see why you can sit here and smoke. Like to come to my house? After dinner you could take me to the dance in the country club. It might cheer you off." "No, thank you," replied Stuart. "I don't know how to dance. Plus, I plan to take an early start in the morning. I'll probably be at the river steamer. Are you going to sleep out here in the rain?" "Sure," he said. "I'll crawl in this canoe." Aunt said, "Well," she said, "goodbye, Mr. Little. Goodbye, Mr. Ames. Said Stuart, "I'm sorry our evening on the river has ended like this. So am I." She walked on the wet path towards Tracy's Lane, leaving Stuart alone with his broken jeans on his damaged canoe.
His damaged canoe. Now, you want to go back and show us all the pictures?
Sure.
Tell us what the pictures are about.
Okay.
Just the pictures in your chapter. Okay, start right there.
Here's Stuart fixing his canoe with rocks so balance. And then right here is Stuart cutting down a dandelion and
What did he cut down the dandelion for?
so he can eat some dandelion milk, drink some dandelion milk. And right here is him opening a can of deviled ham. And then right here is him imagining how his date with Harriet would be.
Ah.
That's really bad. And then there is him waiting for Harriet to come, and there's Harriet walking down the path. And there's him looking to and fro for the canoe. And there is him fighting the canoe. And then right here is him sobbing because it has to do with Harriet. And there's Harriet talking to him. And there's Harriet leaving.
Did you enjoy reading your chapter?
Yes.
Yeah, I enjoyed having you read the chapter.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know how much Grandma loves you?
Yes.
Yes. I love you lots and lots, and I'm glad that I got to come and visit you and have you read my chapter.
Yes, ma'am.
Have a good day, Michael.
Bye.
Good evening, children. This is Grandma Carla with my grandchild, Miss Hannah here, and she's going to read some more of Curious George Gets a Medal. Are you ready, Hannah? Go ahead.
This is George. He lived with his friend, the man with the yellow hat. He was a good monkey and always very curious. George was alone this morning, looking at a picture when the doorbell rang. It was the mailman. "Here is a letter for you," he said. Put it on your friend's desk. He'll read it to you when he comes home. George is curious. It was not often that somebody wrote to him. Too bad he could not read the letter. But maybe he could write one himself. The top drawer of the desk where there was a paper and ink and a fountain
Do you
pen.
have the hiccups?